set the world on.
Okay, so as many of you will know, it is the summer holidays coming up in a few weeks. I actually finished my exams technically this week, but I have one next week, and apart from tomorrow and next Wednesday, I have every single day off, which means I have a total of about 9 or 10 weeks off school, which means I will be able to give you a lot of cool stuff.
Such a naive, poor soul. Hi, hello. Welcome to a video. This is going to be a very self-indulgent video because it's about topics that I've been thinking of for a while, about a few months or so. I did want to talk about this in a different video, more like as like background dialogue sort of stuff for a different video, but I guess I want to do it here in its own little thing. So we're going to talk about me. I drew this picture a while ago. It's Goku, and I'm really happy with it. Fucking, you can't even see it. He's happy. Look, well, he's not happy. He's a bit disgruntled, but you know, I don't know. I'm happy with it for some reason. So, as a lot of you might know that's watching this, I've been making videos for like over 10 years now. On my 11th year, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm not completely sure. But YouTube is very interesting in the terms of cataloging. A long time ago, I watched a video on a channel called Piece of Pie Software. Very long time ago. It was a Minecraft Let's Play, and I think he was quoting something else, but pretty much the way that he said this thing was that the Minecraft Let's Plays kind of act as a diary, where each video is a little bit of a diary, and you're kind of updating and logging as you're going along and adding different things.
It's just such a cool idea, and it's like your own weird little life. And the more and more videos you have, it's like a diary in a way.
Honestly, I think that's the same for YouTube in of itself. It's very catalogy. You can inadvertently catalog a lot of your own life on there, and it's very interesting. At the moment, I've gotten to a very interesting point in my life. September is going to be one of the biggest moments of my life, and I've been looking back on the last like 10 years or so, maybe even longer, I'm not really sure. But I've been looking back on this whole, like, last 10 years. It's specifically more, I guess more like YouTube. Sorry, this is going to be very rambly, so it's going to be all over the place. But I've been looking back on the last 10 years or so, and I've been thinking about how I've been growing as a person. This is natural for any person, but it's interesting when you can look back on a certain part of your life at any point you want. Essentially, it's a small snapshot of that part of your life, but it's still there and you can still look back at it. But I keep thinking about like the last 10 years and how things have changed within myself and the things around me and the people I interact with and those sorts of things. And it's interesting to see that kind of evolve over time, especially when you can look back on old YouTube videos and see that sort of thing progress and change over time. And you don't notice these things changing, but when you look back on it, you can very clearly see these different chapters and parts in your life. And it's interesting because YouTube definitely helps in encapsulating that. And when you make stupid update videos like constantly for no reason through your YouTube career, you know, you can see these parts of your life very clearly. So part of things that have changed is just my personality, the way I talk, the way I communicate, how I interact with people. It's definitely changed over the last 10 years, and there's a lot of different reasons for that. There's obviously YouTube is the biggest factor in this. My workplace, where I work, the type of job I have, it's definitely helped with how I talk to people, how I communicate, how I present myself, that sort of thing. My partner has helped quite a lot, actually, with how I present myself more specifically. I wear a lot more clothes that I feel comfortable with, that I'm happy in wearing. I don't really wear clothes with like images or logos or things on anymore. I just feel a lot more comfortable wearing sort of a plain clothing. So when I see where I am now and compare myself to about 10 years ago when I was on YouTube then, and how shy I was, how uncomfortable I was, how I didn't like really feeling like I was happy with being on camera, my body language, how I was standing, how I was looking, the sort of choices I made in my appearance. When I look back at all of these sorts of things, it's very interesting to see where I am now, and it kind of makes me a bit, not nostalgic, but it does make me feel a bit strange seeing how I used to be compared to how I am now, and seeing how my life has kind of progressed up until this point, really. These last 2 years specifically have been very eye-opening, and it's really helped me to sort of grow and progress with my life and develop myself in lots of different ways, really. And like I said before, my partner has really helped with that, and I'm incredibly grateful to have her in my life, because she has helped me more than I think she realizes, and I can never fully sort of show that appreciation, I don't think. So obviously clothing, I already mentioned it, but I wear clothes that I feel a lot more comfortable with, things that aren't too baggy, that kind of, I don't know, hold a bit tighter, and I don't know, it's hard to explain without sounding really weird, but the clothes that I do wear now make me feel more comfortable, make me feel happier with how I look as a person, and it also doesn't just limit myself to clothes and the type of clothes that I wear. I've recently been going to the dentist to try and sort my teeth out, because my teeth really aren't great. I can show you a medical record. Like, here's my teeth. My teeth aren't great. They suck. My teeth are the biggest issue in my entire life. I have in total 3 teeth missing. Some of them are fractured, some of them are broken. I have had them looked at, and as far as I know, they're okay at the moment. But they're the biggest hit to my self-confidence that I really have going for me. So even the way I talk sometimes with the sort of slight lisp I have, it's just uncomfortable. But I've been working on improving that and getting that better. To begin with, I've been to the hygienist, have my teeth cleaned. So a lot of the stains that I did have on my teeth have kind of mostly gone. It's going to be a work in progress of going back there, having them keep cleaning and sort of polishing my teeth up to get them looking a lot better than what they used to be. But where they are at the moment, after going to the hygienist, I am a lot happier with how they look, and they do make me feel a lot more comfortable. And again, that was an issue that I've had for a very long time. I don't like showing my teeth to people because it does make me feel uncomfortable. But over the last few years, it's been getting better, and I do feel a bit happier with how I sort of look now. So yeah, pro tip, go to the dentist, get your teeth looked at. One of the biggest things that I think about sometimes when I think about my videos is how I used to talk and present myself in my older videos. At the moment on my second channel, Darbus Uncut, which is, I think, where this is going to go, I have been doing a Let's Play on Mario 64, and there was a point where I thought I did make a video about Mario 64 a long time ago that wasn't on like my multiplex channel with Bradley, and I found it and I watched some of it, and
oh, what the hell, go away, kick you in the head.
It wasn't great. I mean, compared to how I make videos now, there's so much difference between like the two videos, and how time has progressed and how differently I am as a person. I don't want to hide those videos. They're part of me and they're part of who I am. I see YouTube in a different way than how I used to, so I kind of want to keep those videos there as sort of like a log of how I've changed as a person, because for me, as time's gone on, YouTube has kind of turned into this thing for me to catalog and see myself grow and progress and get different. And so being able to see those older videos makes me appreciate more where I am now, a lot more than if those videos weren't there, because I think I would have had sort of rose tinted glasses. So seeing them as they are and in their rawest form, it does very much like put me back in my shoes and see like, yeah, this is how you used to be. You used to be absolutely cringe. But now I've gotten a lot better sort of with myself, and it's just interesting to see that sort of progression from back then all the way up until now, really. Obviously, I have had a lot of differences in terms of like the equipment I'm using. So I've had different cameras, different mics, editing software. I've managed to change how I edit things, how I balance, how I EQ, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of things that have changed in that sort of area, but those are sort of like the bits to polish everything else. So if I hadn't progressed and gotten better as a person, I still would have been where I was about 10 years ago, which does suck. But you know, there's nothing you can really do about that. But it does take you working on yourself to get you to where you are now. I've made a lot of life choices to get to where I am now, and I don't regret any of them. Obviously, there will be some life choices that I do regret, but for the most part, I am very happy with where I am now. The life choices I've made, the decisions that I've made to get me to this point, the decisions I have coming up in the future, I wouldn't change any of it because I'm so happy with how I've progressed and where I am now. There isn't a single thing that I would change to get to where I am at this point. But yeah, that's the thing with life. A lot of things can change and you have no control over it. But it's kind of just a ride that you have to experience and sit down and just be happy with and content with until you get to the end. And you know, that's kind of how things have to really be. And it's only when you get onto your new point in life that you can look back and appreciate and see the value in your time growing up, really. To get to the point that you have gotten to now. So even if you are going through something that is a bit difficult for you, that might be something that pays off in the future, that makes you happy, that can get you into a lot more secure and more comfortable position. And it is because, I'm not saying this is a good thing, but it is because of those moments that you're currently having or have had in the past that have gotten you to where you are now. You shouldn't disregard those moments, even if they might not be positive. It's good to look back on those because it helps you to not make those mistakes and not fall back into these sorts of environments. So I think that's all I really wanted to say for this. This was more a video for me to look back on my life and see where I've gotten to now and how things have progressed. Like I said, I did want to talk about this in a different video, but the more I thought about it and the more I thought of different parts of my life and different aspects that have changed, the more I just wanted to make it into its own video so I can fully talk about everything and kind of just get things off my chest and fully just like get rid of everything that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this. Be kind to yourself and remember to, you know, do the good thing. I don't know how to end this. Okay, I'm done. I'm going.